Yes, hello.
Hey there, Dan here, coming to you from the Pacific Northwest. And I'm actually not on Mount Hood, but that is a picture of Mount Hood in Oregon right behind me. Took that from my cell phone a few years ago, and it's pretty cool. I'm going to show you two other really cool things on this video. One is static kits, and the second are dynamic kits. I'm going to explain each one as we go. The static kit is for an above ground pool, whereas the dynamic kit is for a customized hot tub order. Really cool stuff. So let's talk about the static kit. What is a static kit? It is a bundle of SKUs. So if you've got maybe some seasonal help or you're moving quickly and you don't want to forget things, you're going to want to use a static kit where the SKUs are fundamentally the same with each order. And I could search for this, or I could just filter down. In this case, I'm looking for an above ground pool, an around above ground pool, and I can see the SKUs that fall into this particular, into the round pools category. So I see a grid here. That is my static kit. I'm going to go ahead and click that, and we're going to dive into this and look at the SKU profile to get more details. Well, one thing I did, I spent about 7 minutes before loading in the SKUs, and I put a picture in here. I just hit the upload button, loaded that in, so I get the visual on the above ground pool. Super easy to do. But in this case, we want to go ahead and remember a static kit is a collection of SKUs. It's a bundle. Here's where I gave it a name. I picked the categories that it falls into. And then I added top rails, heavy duty walls, and steel uprights. And what I'm realizing now is I forgot to add the bottom rail. So let's go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead and add that in, and maybe I need 2 bottom rails for each installation of this above ground pool. So that means that every time that I add this static kit to an estimate, it's going to load these 4 SKUs in and 2 of the bottom rail as I do so. So let me go ahead and save my work there. That's my setup that I would do as a manager or maybe a warehousing manager for my static kit. I hit the home button on Lou, and I go back. I'm just on a Chrome browser, by the way, lou.evosus.com. It's where I log in every day. I went into inventory and did all that setup. Now let's go out and look, how does that static kit actually look on an estimate? So let's pull up an estimate profile. There's me, I'm Dan, and my information's on the left. And here's my customer. It might be Ms. Ainsley D, and she might be on the phone. She might be standing in front of me in the store. Could be on a laptop like I am, on a tablet, anything that has internet access, and I'm out here building my estimate. So let's go ahead and add that. I might not even remember the name, but I remember this one's called the Weekender. There it is. I can sort by a code or the product name. And when I'm ready to add it to the estimate, I just click it, click the plus sign, and ba-boom, it just adds all 4 SKUs to my estimate, including those 2 bottom rails. And if I have the right permissions, I'm going to go ahead and update it. So, I didn't really need to. I could go ahead and apply some discounts, again, all based on my permissions. I'm, of course, the owner, and I have the ability to discount, update quantities, and that type of thing. And I was able to get the price just under $2,000 plus tax. I can then go ahead and take a deposit on this estimate and move on. The other thing I can do is, it's really nice, is I can look at my quantity on hand across that entire kit. So here it is, those bottom rails, the uprights, the siders, and I can actually go down to the aisle, to the bin, across multiple stock sites and look at what's available here as I'm standing in the store. So lots of information at my disposal. What I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to go ahead and just delete this above ground pool and go back home. Now I'm going to show you the dynamic kit. So that was a static kit, right? That was a bundle, just a bunch of SKUs together, above ground pool, with that. And I could have added additional SKUs such as a ladder as an upsell if I want to. A dynamic kit is a little bit different. What we're going to do is we're going to go build, first we're going to look behind the scenes again, and then we're going to build a custom hot tub order. So let's go ahead and, in this case, I'm just going to use the search feature. and I've got a swim spa, and I've got a hot tub. Let's look at the hot tub. Again, I'm going to go ahead and dive into this Sovereign Spa dynamic kit, and I'm going to look at, in this case, the kit questions. So a dynamic kit is when I want to create that custom hot tub, that custom swim spa, and I'm going to walk through a sequence of questions. So easy that I could have someone that might have a part-time job in my store that could walk through these questions and build a custom hot tub order. And I can build the questions, I can drag and drop them around. If I want to talk about the entertainment center, well, that doesn't make sense to talk about before the lifter. Let's put that down here after the lifter, after the steps. So I can reorder, I can manage the questions, I can go ahead and update the questions and make it multi-select. I can allow quantities, lots of options at my disposal. And I can, of course, if I look at, let's look at upgrades and look at the upgrade answers, I can add upsells into my process as well. And you're going to see that when we actually build this dynamic kit. Really cool stuff. So that's how I go in and I create my dynamic kit behind the scenes because I'm the owner, or I manage inventory and I have the rights to do so. So sounds cool, but what does this actually look like on an estimate? So let's go ahead, and again, Ms. Ainsley D is calling us and wants to work up an estimate for this kit. So I have an estimate profile, all our information, which I can update, email, text, phone number, all that kind of good stuff. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and find that Sovereign Spa and go ahead and add it. Now remember, when I was building a static kit, it just said boom, and it just added all the SKUs right to the order. Dynamic kit's a little bit different because I'm going to do more customization, and I'm going to quickly walk through a series of 8 questions like, well, what model color are you interested in? Let's go with the brushed nickel. I move to the next step. What color would you like? I can see that this question is required. Let's go with the smoke, very popular this time of the year in the Northwest. Bad weather joke. Moving to the next question, what about an automatic cover lifter? This question is also required, and we'll go ahead and I might be on the showroom floor and be able to demonstrate this thing. And let's go ahead and add steps, right? So again, in the smoke theme, I'm going to add that. And now we're moving more toward upsells as we go. Would you like to add an entertainment system? No, not this time. And on and on and on and on. If you want, do you want to use the hot tub the same day you receive it? Of course you do. You want the salt kit, the most natural option possible. And now you're into upsells, and you can see it's multi-select. Select all that applies. You might add the umbrella, a towel, a handrail, so on and so forth. And eventually you're going to go ahead and review this. I skipped right over the delivery. And I can go ahead and expand and collapse and review and edit. Then when I'm ready, I simply save this to my order. Now in this case, it looks like I went ahead and did not answer question number 8. So I'm simply going to go back and take care of that right now. So question 8, let's go ahead and get the spa delivery. Now I'm ready to review it. Lou's so smart, it will not let me complete the dynamic kit without picking a delivery option since it's a required question. And then voila, every question I asked again appears on the estimate. And now I'm going to go ahead and take a deposit, make any final adjustments, do some discounting if that's appropriate. And then when the customer's ready and says, I want to think about it tonight, I'm going to go ahead and send a message to Ms. Ainsley. Might have talked about her dog. I can put a personalized message. And go ahead and send it to her. Now, based on Ainsley's profile, it will have emailed and or texted that message immediately. And so if we go out, if all went well, I can see I got an email in my inbox. There it is. Hope your dog is okay. And from the comfort of her home, our customer can now go ahead and review the estimate, including all the features that we picked today, and go ahead and make a buying decision. That is static kits and dynamic kits in Lou. When I'm ready to move on, I just hit the home button and move on with my day. Hope you found that to be interesting. And if you want to know any more about kits or anything else about Lou, just email us at lou@evosus.com. We'll talk to you real soon.
Here's the Lou.